I should put my bank account information.
Yeah, you should do that. You twat.
Shut up, John. You're going to Mars.
Going to Johnville. All right, here we go. Getting in.
Do you want to test the aux, or do you think we're okay?
Right now I'm just saying it's not made for kids. Save. And then...
That smile.
Copy URL.
Was I smiling?
You went... refresh. That was the comment. We should get hopefully we get at least 30 people back. We might be down to 10.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll probably lose.
It's a good way to get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like we're holding it against them. If
No,
they leave, we wouldn't even know.
I'd find them.
I bet you we'll get 30 people back, maybe.
All right. I like that they're having their own conversations too.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
cool.
It takes some pressure off,
Yeah.
too. They're not just waiting for monkeys to dance.
Dance bear.
Dance, monkey!
We should probably do a live jam sometime. Guitars and your
that'd be
synthesizer.
Be good.
That'd be fun.
Would be.
It'd be a special
We
tier.
should be making music.
Okay, so
Right now.
should we
Doing.
live? What's going on?
We should do that. If we ever doing this full time, we should make music together.
I'd like to do that again.
And release an album.
It'd be great. I was thinking we were listening to Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller on the way home. and I
Are
was
we
like,
currently
great
live?
to have just a whole Halloween
Emily
record.
McMinn is here.
Oh, we're in.
Yay! I guess we've been live.
Oh wow! I hope I didn't say anything weird.
You
We
probably
always
did.
say weird things.
That's true.
Can you guys hear us? I am 94 years old. How does technology work?
Live jam is fun. Oh, see? Okay, they must hear us. They heard the live jam idea. Yes, we all used to be musicians before the bleep hole ate us.
Yep.
Yep.
We have a Dogman song that we have not released.
Oh, I know. We could.
True.
That'd be weird to play it right now. Well, maybe we'll
Seth,
save
you are
it.
back in the hole.
Welcome,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you for coming back. You are the most beloved of the whole.
You are the most beloved. We do the dance.
Oh, John, the dance. Why is it stuck on you? Okay, there you go.
It always gets
I
stuck
feel
on
very
John.
small in the seat.
Just like women. Getting stuck on John.
Hi.
Okay.
It's kind of quiet and weird.
Do we have a video then, John? Did you? Oh wait, I could do the Dogman video, right? I've got that.
Let's do the
still.
Dogman. It's
It's a bit long, and
What was
I
the
have
other
thoughts about it. We've watched this together before.
I think it's kind of creepy.
it's
you
creepy,
know.
but there are. I think it's interesting because there's things to be said.
Should we play the other one or the Dogman one?
What was the other one?
Remember the long curdling screams from the sky? Blood curdling screams from the sky?
Let's start with the Dogman.
All
The other
right.
one's more involved.
That's true.
It's very good though, I think.
Yes.
And genuine. I mean, it is legitly. There's a community
That
of
one,
people
there's
experiencing it.
something very, very weird happening.
There's news stories around it. It is absolutely a
I
phenomenon.
think
that
it's
happened.
probably one of the most legit ones we have
Yeah.
as far as it happened. And
I think
it's real.
the explanation I think is bunk.
Yeah.
Pardon
What did
my
they say? It
language.
was gas
A
leak?
steam valve that
No way,
broke
dude.
miles away.
That's as stupid as
It
the
just-
the government balloons that were UFOs.
Oh, Roswell? You know about
government
Roswell?
balloons.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that so hard.
You know, I would love to do Roswell. I know it's a tired topic, but it's just so sad. You know what happened there, right, John?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you
Yeah,
know-
because I
do you know
watched
the deep
that.
ins and outs.
Yes, I watched that movie,
What movie?
the recent one, where they covered all that stuff.
Oh, they did like a recap on the
Yeah.
Roswell stuff.
You saw it, didn't you?
Phenomenon. Yes.
Yes.
Do you know that wasn't even no one knew about Roswell, really? I mean, it came out the couple weeks that it was in the papers, but then they debunked it in the newspapers
what,
right away.
Chris?
Let me finish my.
Oh, you got muted.
You got muted. Sorry, you're
Just
back.
trying to educate you.
John, you look so angry.
an apology.
Too.
It's because deep down, John has a desire to see me destroyed.
Then I'd rebuild you in my image.
I know you- Okay. Should we do which one? Dogman? Do the Dogman video? Let's get to it here. We'll save Roswell for another time. There's some interesting stuff though that's not commonly known.
All right, peeps. We've got another video for y'all.
Peeps.
What John just turned
I
into
like-
a
you
YouTube
look- You're looking
personality.
at the screen like they're over there.
I'm looking at my screen.
Okay.
Or the screen so I can see what's going on.
Okay. All right, sorry. I didn't mean to judge you.
All right, peeps. We got another video coming. Wait till. All right, guys. We got
There
one
you
more
go.
video coming. This is this is the Dogman one, right?
Yes.
Dogman.
Oh, is this the guy with the? This isn't the guy with the thing.
I gotta find this video again.
Take your time.
This one, you know, when you showed me this one before, John, I was a little hesitant because
Yeah. There's some. It's kind of creepy though.
it's creepy and it is fun to watch. We'll say that, and we'll
Especially the end, obviously.
yeah.
It's too long though, so
I'm gonna where I'll skip.
it does build it up, but it's just a lot of nothing until the very end.
The right one here. Oh, we never did the shadow person one in the backyard where the dog's barking at.
Oh, you saw that one?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Oh, so we went through
That was pretty creepy.
We went through like a whole list of videos with you. Remember that one night
Yeah.
to potentially do? That was one of those.
Yeah, I got them all from the same video.
Right. We just never did. We never did a live stream yet until now.
That's
In
true.
some of those videos.
All right, peeps.
All right.
Is peeps not okay to say anymore?
Why would that not be okay to say?
I don't know, Jared.
I mean, it's
did you-
lame.
I mean, it's old. You're old.
It's supposed to be lame. It's not supposed to be the hippest lingo.
John, I
It's
think your
joke.
lingo is on fleek.
It's on fleek, man.
What
it's
do
on
what do
point.
the kids say nowadays?
You're looking fit.
fit.
That's always been
That's
a
what the
thing.
British say, right? It's a
Yeah, but
British thing.
I'm saying peeps. Like, what is another word for
people.
people?
Friends.
What's the cool way to say it now? Like homies? What
not
up?
anymore.
followers? I think
All
it's-
right, let's play the video.
Okay, well, oh my gosh. We're losing it here at the end.
Yeah, Joel. Is it the end?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Well, you sold it, Chris.
This is going to be a 24-hour show.
Okay, let me find this again.
24/7.
That'd be great.
We never leave.
24-hour belief cycle.
You can just go to bed and come up and wake up the next day and we're still here.
That sounds impossible.
All right. Do you have it, Chris?
You sound very nervous that I don't have it yet. Are you having a hard time talking to John over there? What's going on?
Huh?
What's going on?
Just focus on your project.
Don't get
over
too
there.
worried.
I'm trying to find it right here, John. All right, so this is the Dogman video.
John wants a handshake. John gets touchy every now and then. We get these personal moments. It really means a lot. It really means a lot when you're a brother you have an older brother and he wants to shake your hand. Mid live stream.
Mid-live stream.
Thanks, John. That was good.
Thank you.
That felt special.
You are
I
special.
wonder if that was recorded.
Remember that one time
Oh,
you
no.
said,
I want to know.
my head hurts, and I said, it's because you're big. No,
It's
you
because your
said,
brain's so big.
Best compliment ever by John.
that was
I said, you're like, what's wrong? I was like, my head hurts. And you're like, it's because your brain's so big. You said it in such a loving way,
know.
too.
that was one of my funniest moments in life, I think.
It's because your brain's so big.
It's because your brain's so big.
Oh, I had it the whole time. The title was just weird. Okay, this is another clip from Grim Reaper's Vault of Horror. Jared, are we up on there?
Grim
Do you wanna pull it up?
Reaper.
Yeah. All right. You ready? You got it up here?
Yeah.
Preview to program.
You don't have to say that.
that's
It's
my
not Siri.
voice activated. Preview to
Preview
program.
to program.
All
Are you ready?
Or let's do it. Let's roll it.
So this man, I should say, he is hearing strange sounds outside his home. Here we go. Oh. John, I think there's an issue with the audio cable. Last two videos we played,
No, play it.
It's gurgly.
That's just the compression.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
No, because it starts with a scream.
Starts with the scream.
Yeah. Because when you're playing that Seattle thing, there was music really quiet.
Oh.
Told you so. See?
Oh, you're right.
Always listen to Chris.
These cables. We'll get it.
Kill it for yourself.
Oh, well, there we go. Kind of. Dead air. Oh, that's the supposed to
Sounds
be the,
like a coyote.
that's supposed to be the Dogman.
Mhm.
Sounds like a girl.
What girls are you talking?
Sounds like. Never mind.
You get your mind out of the gutter.
That's not what I was thinking.
Oh, that sounds like a dog or a coyote. It doesn't sound that magical to me yet.
Bedurkey.
Sounds
This is
like
in Brazil,
Mexican.
by the way, I believe.
Portuguese.
It sounds like a wolf, kind of. Wolf pup.
It's like a. Sounds close, whatever it is. That's the weird part of the end there. But I feel like, I don't know.
If you're that close to
Just
it,
watch.
though.
Keep watching.
Sorry.
He's to mow his lawn.
This is in like Brazil or something.
Mhm. They have lawnmowers there, though.
No, they don't.
It didn't sound large. he's very
It
close.
sounds like
to
it's
it.
right next to the guy.
It sounds like it's him doing
Yeah, I
it.
was gonna say.
Stop interfering with the
Sorry.
drama.
Should I skip ahead a bit? 'Cause this video is quite long.
See where it
He
goes.
goes inside again.
Yeah, that's too far. That's way too far.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You don't see him until way
I
later.
want to go have him go back. Oh, whatever.
He just goes inside.
Yeah,
and
shit. He's inside
just
again.
banging around.
Is it?
No.
He's about to go back out. He's about to go outside. Right?
He's not gonna go back outside. He's gonna open the door and look through, right here.
6 minutes left though.
No, this is it. It plays it twice.
Something moving.
Here it comes. Now this would be horrifying if it was real.
Yeah.
If it's real.
Looks like a rat man.
The face is awesome. Look at that. Looks like a movie prop.
It's like a Jim Henson rat muppet.
with sausages hanging off
It
his
just
face.
runs so quick. That's what's kind of creepy about it.
It's a lunge for sure. It's a lunge to be sure.
Here it
Yeah.
comes again. It's the same clip, but it's just
You know, if you mowed your lawn, you wouldn't have this problem with things hanging out in the backyard.
That's hilarious.
cool joke,
Chris.
Chris.
I hate you both. Look at that. It's coming out of his nose, a booger.
Okay.
That moves really
Why
quick.
would you
at
be
the end.
screaming?
Okay, so we'll put the link in the show notes.
Absolutely zero.
You can stop it, Chris.
I was trying to find if there's a...
Jewel.
Okay.
So we'll put the link in the
Look
show
at that
notes.
face. Only a mother could
there-
love.
There is, so either this is some kind of mask, right?
Yeah.
Because it is just it's disturbing.
Yes, I kind of agree there. The 22G.
It-
Looks fake as AF.
It's very Jim Henson-y,
Yeah.
but very disturbing.
Looks like a skull with they like put hair on the skull.
Yeah,
You know.
and you said it moves fast, John, but it is. I feel like it's kind of moves at that last moment where like it could be a jump, a
Mhm.
lunge.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's real though.
Yes, but it is real.
No, I'm joking.
No, but it is.
I think it's a fun video, but yeah, it's probably
It is fun.
fake.
I do like.
I
the
think
look
the
of
worst
thing.
one you sent was the guy with the shotgun, who was apparently a pastor, and he had a flashlight attached to his shotgun, going after a dogman in his yard. Right?
I didn't.
I think that was part of the same video.
Oh, maybe you didn't send a specific timestamp. It's part of the same.
wait,
video.
no, or was that a different video?
It looks like a Call of Duty game, like some video game, and it's like it's
And the
first person shooter perspective, and there's a gun with like a point at the end of the light.
The howls in it sounded like they were recorded and played and then immediately cut.
And Chris is like, oh, John wants us to play this one.
No, I
This is
didn't.
so
No,
funny."
I said he sent over a bunch of different ones.
I didn't send that one.
It must just not. It was in that same, I think, video, not timestamped.
We should do the
Maybe.
shadow person one in the backyard because I think that one is kind of
All right,
interesting.
yeah, that one is cool.
Oh yeah.
And let's. I want to.
Partly too, because the dog in there.
Yeah.
All right, we got another one for you, peoples.
Okay.
Or we saved 28 people in our stream.
Hey, what did I say? Probably about keep half. The best. The cream rises to the top. as
Half
they
of them
say.
are probably just like streaming it and not even in the room anymore.
Okay. Why would you say that, Jeremy? It's so sad.
Zero
Okay.
reaction is questionable. You're right about that, Tammy. I know. That's how. I mean, there's a lot of them like that. The reactions really do seem.
That is a
Fake.
huge
Yeah.
key. Especially if like there are some where people like they'll keep there's one. I don't know if John sent this, but there was one of those videos. It's this like girl in the corner, and then they go up and then they shine up the stairs, and there's this creepy
Oh
ghost
yeah,
girl.
we just saw that the other day.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you can tell the way people react a lot of the times.
Yeah, if you hold the camera on something like that for like 3 seconds, and you're just like still, like you're just still and filming it, and there's no reaction to you, no like running away.
Did you guys see that rake video? Remember we checked that one out?
Which one?
Where they were like, he heard this like horrific scream in the woods. He was like in the edge of his farm, and he kept walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one was freaky.
That one was pretty good.
It could also have been a naked dude. It did look a little.
Yeah, but that sound was so loud, it was distorting the camera,
Yeah.
and it was like you can't make that sound
No,
very easily.
That would have
Is
had
that
to
the
have
one
been.
where they charged after him?
No, but he finally saw what it was, and it was like the disfigured being, and he saw it, and he just turned around and
no,
ran.
I know what you're talking about. That was actually was a good one.
That
We
was
should
a
do that
pretty
one
good
next
one.
time.
Well, let's do this one since we have it. The
Okay.
shadow person one. This
Okay.
one is from the hidden underbelly. You ready,
I'm ready.
Jeremy? You want to move it so
Let's
the fans
do
can
it.
see?
Let's make it happen.
This makes me want to
Let's
move.
make it
I
happen.
want a puppy.
I'm getting there, John. Jeez,
Here we go.
Louise.
Full screen.
Is seemingly unseen, but
Let's get past the commentary.
we'll talk about it after.
It's just the.
You good, bud? What you barking at?
Oh, doggies.
No, I want another lab.
What you barking at, bud?
To the right.
Stop barking, bud. What's wrong?
Motion seems artificial.
This one is fake.
What?
This one's
No,
fake?
for sure?
Yep. I looked into it. I didn't know
Oh,
you were gonna play
really?
it today. We'll talk
Why
about
didn't
it
you
afterwards.
tell us?
I know that's what you're gonna pull up.
Are you confused by your own shadow?
It is odd that he points to that area before. That happens to be when that
Well,
thing
let's
moves.
It would seem that the dog is confused
He is
by a shadow.
confused.
Right here,
not
but
his,
leave it, let
not
it go.
his, something else. As you can see, this shadow moves very quickly
Okay.
behind.
So this is part of the thing. I actually watched a good breakdown of this, and I read some stuff on Reddit.
Oh, so you have seen this one before?
Yeah, John brought this one up.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you.
The problem is that the eye line of those two eyes
Mm-hmm.
are identical to where it begins down the way. This is one of the issues I remember them talking about, where it's basically like a shifting, and then there's an artifact that you can find from, I think it's from like After Effects or something. You can actually see the artifacts and the targets where it was the entity or whatever was projected to be. Like there were a lot of issues with the actual construction of that video that are, and we'll put links in the show notes to that. I didn't know you guys were gonna play that. I would have had evidence to debunk it, even though I'm not,
Well,
fan
that
of
was
debunking
fun.
things. Sorry,
Thanks, Jer.
I didn't mean to be. I didn't know you were gonna play that one. I would have prepared for that
Well,
specific
let's
thing.
just skip that one then.
I'll put links in the show notes to that because there are like, it's an interesting breakdown of like how a hoax is made.
Right.
And maybe it could be wrong, but there's
Oh, this one is pretty cool. You want to do this one?
You want to do that? Yeah. Okay, this one's a little bit longer, but
We'll
this
jump-
one for sure is something.
Yeah, and there's news reports around around this.
You know what I mean?
What happened this evening? This kind of terrifying evening, really, for people who lived in this area.
Yeah.
You imagine, especially if you're alone.
Well,
an
I think
older
what's really
person.
interesting. I mean, this phenomenon goes on for a little while, and then the breakdown that they do afterward is very bizarre. I think of the cloud. Remember?
Yes. The screaming sky. You ready?
Yep.
Blood-curdling screams coming from the sky over Bryan, Texas. Bryan with a Y, which is a good way to spell Bryan.
What a weird thing to
One
say.
of my best friends is Bryan with a Y.
Yeah, so is mine.
Well, there you go. Ready?
Yep, play it up.
This is coming from the sky above my apartment. It's been going on for half an hour. Hold on.
This did occur too. Definitely not CG.
It's coming from up in the air.
What?
What is that? That's so scary. It sounds like someone screaming. Then it sounds like a bunch of like Indians whooping in the distance.
Racist.
He meant Chief Wahoo's.
If I remember correctly. Wow.
What is that
Tense wind.
bizarre sound?
I love the look back.
Be right back.
I'll skip ahead past this part.
Oh, I do remember
What
this video.
is that sound?
Because sees his neighbors are all out there. They hear the same thing.
So it's coming off from that direction.
The wind is awful.
What up, Bob? I'm trying to figure out what this sound
This
is.
is his neighbor?
Yeah, talking to his
It's
neighbor.
been going
Just
for like
let it
half
play.
an hour now. You hear it? But then it'll stop and then it'll scream really loud, like a banshee. Hold on, wait. You'll hear it in a second, Bob. What up, Solomon?
What up, Solomon?
What up, Nessa? Hold on. That is so loud and so like
I
eerie.
think I would drive out there.
So
It's like a
freaky the way the
banshee,
lightning. It's not even
blood-curdling
lightning.
Scream. this again.
Pretty incredible. I mean, just even if it's a
What
natural
is
phenomenon,
that?
it's super mysterious.
If anybody can recognize that,
I feel like I would want to drive out there, not all the way,
Ooh.
but enough to like get out there.
play.
And
Go to the
skip
next
ahead.
one.
yeah. So
What up,
What are
Kristen?
you doing, Jeremy? Are we getting happy fingers again here? Are you gonna mess the stream up?
No, John. Since this is audio based, I thought we could all
All right.
be
Listen,
involved in
it's
the
gonna do
viewing.
it any second, shall we?
So here, this is where Grim
Hold
Reaper,
on.
he has someone else. He finds someone else who breaks it down, and she does like a zoom in and a diagnostic review, which pretty interesting, by Krista Alexander, where she does. I mean, some of
Hey
this is
guys,
interesting.
this is the video shared by
I'll go back.
Dan
I'll go back to
Bob.
the screen.
He is here pointing to something he thought was a bit suspicious in the sky. He's zooming in on it for us. Definitely looks strange.
It's the death of a
almost
sky
kind
whale,
of
dude.
like a sea creature, which is
Oh,
actually
weird.
not a very uncommon thing to see. Now,
not.
what I found most interesting, and maybe you just saw it, is the lightning
that's
isn't
right, reminds me of the
acting
sky
like
whales.
lightning should, where it fills up the sky in an equal amount of source, right? There's these beams that appear, and then they also seem to kind of sweep across the frame. And there you can see a couple just appeared, and he's pointing to
Like
that
light
weird
columns.
dark cloud there, or whatever else that might be.
Ooh, weird. You see it in the shadow.
Yeah.
there?
So I'm going to go ahead and slow it down, and we're going to see if we can find the beams, and there it is.
See that sky jellyfish that was in there?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it could be a weird cloud.
Look at, what is that? I mean, it could be a cloud. But the
Or
screams.
a sky whale.
Here's another beam-like thing. It looks as if there's a wall
Hmm.
or something that's preventing...
That is weird.
The light's not dispersing in a way that you would think, right?
It's like columns of light.
Also,
here
but when you
he's
slow down
pointing
lightning, it
to
looks
the,
weird.
the darker object, and we can really see the
What's causing that
different,
perfect like
columns of
line
light.
up and down though?
God.
Could be.
But she makes a good point here.
Yeah, especially right there, where it's like a straight vertical.
It's actually coming from
Here's another
inside,
example.
like
Yeah.
Now that one column of light looked like it got all the way up on his hand. I mean, it was on him. That light was shining on him. And the column of no light was also on him.
Hmm.
So we just saw some more columns. I'm going to slow it down so we can get a better view.
That's a straight line.
Looks like a shadow to me amongst the light.
Of what, though? Something that tall?
I don't know.
And again, another example. There's a white dot there, and then it disappears. Definitely not enough evidence for me to really play with theories, but certainly interesting nonetheless.
Good breakdown, though.
it's not over yet though. There's something else that's really
So as I'm
interesting.
going through this video, I start realizing that something's got to be making the light do this, right? It just doesn't act like that. That's not normal. So in the editing system, I
lightologist.
started playing with the brightness and the contrast. And it's amazing
Don't
what
ever
you
make
can
a joke
see,
like that.
the different perspectives you can see by playing with those two editing opportunities, I guess. Maybe you should call them. Now notice this is the part where his hand is also in and out of the light.
Oh, weird.
Maybe this is a digital thing. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
this could be an artifact.
Yeah.
When I was playing with the brightness and the contrast,
this
I
out.
noticed that the light seemed to be emanating from the sphere.
That's
And
weird.
then I noticed that the sphere itself seemed to be what was producing the light. And here I'm going to slow it down to 10% speed so you can see. Again, that light is coming out of this
Weird. It's like always
sphere.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's slow that down. There's the wall, the back and forth of the light. It almost looks like a beam shooting out of this gaseous cloud-like sphere.
Plasma being.
Dude,
Exactly
that's
the
weird.
directions
Creature, man.
he heard the
And then you-
screams.
Yeah, and then you matched up with the horrific screams. It's like, what is
Yeah,
that?
it's hard to know because I mean, with this manipulation to try to figure out what's going on, it's hard to know like what, like could this ball of light that we're seeing there, could that be because there is that focus of light that's constantly happening in that cloud that could be some
I
atmospheric
think whatever
effect?
that is not normal. And then when you match it up with the screams every time, that's
Yeah.
just a bizarre phenomenon.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the
what I love
screams, you
about
have
the video,
no idea what those are.
what I love about the video is it ties so then the more and more I watch this video, the more it just reminds me of the Sky Creatures episode we did. Like that little talked about phenomenon, I think, is so underrated as far as like something that people should be looking into. And think about how many things you could explain when it comes to unexplained objects in the sky.
Yeah, I actually want to do a sequel to the Sky Creatures episode because there's so much evidence that points to there being this kind of living life form in our atmosphere that is plasma based. Which, I mean, when I watch this, it could so easily explain. I mean, not to say that's what this is, but the idea that there is, but it is. But the idea that there's something out there that
there he goes,
back to dancing. Everybody drink. That there are these entities potentially that exist inside our atmosphere that are conscious and can explain a lot of things that we see or experience, especially when it's things like that sphere shooting light, right? Screams in the organic sounding yells in the sky, screams in the sky. If it is a plasma based entity, it's really interesting. There's actually, I was listening to, remember the Freeman Perspective we used to listen to all the time? I forget the guest he had on, but she was talking about, she was doing a deep dive on chemtrails. And while she was doing that, she came across this weird phenomena that was happening with chemtrails and these entities that seemed to live in the sky. Almost like the chemtrails were being used, or whatever, these chemical contrails, these, what is it, aluminum, barium, whatever trails, were being used as a kind of receiver of energy that could be used to attack these entities that exist in the sky. And there's interesting video that shows like light streaks and things shooting out of chemtrails, contrails.
That seems a little
at entities. I know it seems crazy, Chris.
Well, I'm just saying.
It seems a little weird. I don't know. It's a crazy corn idea.
It's not like we're being attacked by sky creatures at all times. That we need to be.
You don't know.
Have
Where
some
those people
secret
going,
force.
Those people going missing.
Dropping chemicals to kill
Invisible plasma
eye
beings.
vision level. Did you know that Bill Gates just got another program passed?
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's a fact that he is gonna be shooting chemicals in the sky to reflect the sun's rays.
Well, they talked about that for years,
Right,
decades.
yeah. But
geoengineering.
I know, but this is like being openly.
Now they're
talked
saying
about
like,
now.
well, see, this is we're to a point in our civilization, in our society specifically, where you can suggest these ideas that sound potentially harmful, like what are the consequences of this? But now we're in this weird area where you can suggest these things because of a key phrase like climate change, global warming. Well, let's just shoot aluminum in the sky, aluminum barium, to reflect light.
The sun's rays that we need for
We've created so
survival.
We've created so much fear now at this point that we can shoot that stuff out under the auspices of like protecting us from this threat. That no longer are we going to think that this is like this is terraforming. This is geoengineering. This is a real concern of something we should be talking about. Instead, it's like, well, this is just like, oh, here's a cheerio, great idea. Sorry,
Wow, Jeremy.
Well, Jeremy.
Why is this not working? Oh, there it is.
Anyways, where are we at here on time?
We just gained a listener since John started talking about Bill Gates. Looks like that's the direction we need to go.
Are people still with us?
We got 31 folks out there.
Yeah, the good folks.
Still having a good time.
Man, you guys are awesome. We love.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out.
We heart you.
Chris is not amused. It's Patrick Phillip.
Can't hide it on a video
So
stream.
true. You can't. Chris gets a little anxious when we talk about conspiracy.
No, I don't. I've had a few beverages and I'm getting tired.
Oh,
my brain.
That's what it is.
He's
Okay.
what you call.
I'm past concerned about your conversations. It's
I
Patreon.
don't think that's
I'm
possible.
not worried about Patreon and the people on our
His
fans.
face gets flush, gets red.
Have you seen that tonight? No.
No, but you want to.
That's usually because
you're like, what time is it? It's probably time to go ahead and get out.
No,
of
I'm
there.
just go ahead. Continue talking about what chemtrails.
I wasn't gonna. I was just
plasma beings.
briefly spouting it.
Hey, Aaron says I think Jeremy might be onto something.
Oh, he's always
So
on something.
boom.
Aaron. Oh, that's that Aaron.
Let's go to comments. Let's go to some comments.
Herman. All right.
Jennifer just said Bill Gates has joined the chat. That's number 32.
Dude, that'd
awesome.
be so
That's great.
creepy.
Wouldn't that be great though? And it's like him with like Freddy Krueger
He's like,
fingers.
oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and
So he sounds like?
Yep, kind of. It does kind of
sound like a aging bird to bring it back.
Well, I'm fascinated with
What's an excure?
Excuse. She corrected it.
Oh.
Yeah, Chris is starting to challenge the commenters. Chris is like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm afraid to talk about conspiracies.
I'm scared of nothing.
Oh, Jeff Moore
I'm
says more
scared.
conspiracies, please.
We started
let's
on
begin.
conspiracies, and we really haven't.
Because the studio that we are currently operating on YouTube does not like conspiracies.
We could do more conspiracies on Patreon. The thing is, we're still trying to grow the show, and we believe that we got shadow banned for saying some of the things that we said earlier on, talking about.
Like all the things I'm going to say right now, like flat Earth.
We were talking about geoengineering. Geoengineering. What else? Oh, like
climate change.
secret societies.
Anything.
Well, we did a mainstream
Illuminati.
episode,
Anything you put on YouTube where they have to put a
cults.
Wikipedia blurb underneath to tell you, well,
It's everything on our
despite
show.
the video you're about to
NASA.
watch,
Even alien abduction. If we watch
the moon
our,
landing.
if you watch our YouTube, even the alien abduction episode, like there's a little Wikipedia, just a little helpful note there about alien abduction, how it's mostly, it's believed to be a pseudoscientific hallucination or yada yada.
Right.
If you watch our YouTube video on alien abduction, like that's what they put under there. What a bunch
Yeah.
of jerks. There's a lot of people with real trauma. Something happened to them.
Yeah, no,
my
it's
opinion.
it's sad the way that YouTube decides what you should think.
Yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to.
If we can't have open discussion,
Reptilians is right. David Icke.
We
Oh,
should do a whole reptilians. Hey, here we go. You say I don't believe in
David
this stuff.
Icke has been right about everything, even what's going on right now. I mean, not everything, but a lot.
no, he's definitely been in there.
Oh, I had his book here, and now I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is.
Oh, the biggest secret. Yeah, it's a classic.
I remember first getting into his stuff like 12
Look at
years
this.
ago.
Look at this incredible.
It's so good.
If it'll come back to me, I don't know. It doesn't like me very much, but if it comes back to my camera, this is the cover, and maybe it has. There's a delay, but yes, the biggest secret.
The biggest
It
book.
goes me for a second.
The biggest book.
The biggest book.
David, we can't sell this. You call it the biggest book. It's so big.
David,
we
can't
could-
sell this.
We should do it.
Reptilians.
We've done some reptilian stuff in the beginning. We also did a really good story on our Boogeyman episode with that guy in the closet, the reptilian.
That's one of my favorite
Oh
stories.
man. Oh
That
man.
was
my
great.
favorite
That was
stories.
one of my favorite episodes, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little intense because we talked really quickly, very caffeinated.
Caffeinated.
Yeah.
But it was a great episode. There was a lot of good stories in there, I remember, and a lot of good Boogeyman research.
Yeah, definitely true.
John's dancing. Everyone take a drink.
I'm not dancing.
Uh-oh.
We are on a huge.
I'm just reading the
delay.
comments now to see.
Missing 411.
Oh, yeah, we need to do another one of
Missing
those.
411. Yeah.
You know,
what happened?
Lauren,
what happened last time?
We did a Missing 411 episode, and we got a lot of. Well, it was
Our
one of our most
first
loved
one.
episodes. It was definitely our most viewed because of the topic, but it was also one of the most critically reviewed episodes
Okay, so just to give you guys, this is deep
because we
inside.
didn't have Polites on.
This is deep inside window of our reality on YouTube. YouTube is so, like, it blocks us down. That's why we're primarily an audio show. One of the reasons is that we can put out a video on YouTube and get maybe 200, 300 views, right?
Yeah.
And then we put out the Missing 411 video, or from our first season, and it got like 4,000 views,
We're
It's
14,000 now.
15,000 now.
15,000.
But that's over a
views?
period of time.
Over a
Yeah.
period of time. But the point is, it's hundreds. It's a lot. It's a lot bigger than any of our other videos because Missing 411 is such a
Popular
buzzword. The problem was it is like, we approach it like anything else. We approach it with comedy and humor. We like to
Try to be sensitive about it, but I think some
we were
people-
sensitive. I think we were sensitive about it, but I understand like it's a tragic and heavy topic, and there are a lot of people that were like, I think it's the most
we
like
were still early on in the show too.
Yeah.
If
we make a joke about something like a concept of like getting lost in the woods, people who are very sensitive, and when you have 14,000 views
I'm
on
sure
a
there's
single
people
video,
that have been involved somehow.
exactly, and there are people that feel offended on other people's behalfs,
Right.
and they take it out of context. Like we obviously weren't joking about any specific case or whatever. We might have been saying like, wouldn't it be ridiculous if you were in the woods and
Right.
whatever. But because the whole episode wasn't serious, I think we got the most negative marks on that. But it was also our most heavily viewed video, so we were hesitant to like do that in the right way going forward. So our Dark Fairies episode was our most recent one that included 411 in the title, Missing 411.
Yeah.
because that is an explanation for a lot of these
being your comment
cases.
there, being not to get into this topic, but being offended on other people's behalfs, that's like an American pastime now.
Oh,
Yeah.
now it is, yeah.
Remember the person that got offended because we said cold baby shark eyes?
Oh yeah, so good.
And she's like, "How dare you!" Like,
Not all sharks are monsters.
This is It was just so ridiculous.
it was obviously a joke.
It was a total joke. Like
Yeah.
we love sharks.
and if
I love
if this
sharks.
person
They're
is listening,
favorite.
I don't think they're a patron, but if they are,
No.
Sorry, but
If you're a patron, goodbye.
there was a guy that we did that, the Sonic episode recently, and he wrote us that long email.
Oh yeah.
And because he was mad because I conflated, because if you've listened to the show, you know I'm not the best at math. I took discovery algebra.
He said, do better.
He said this is what the thing. He was mad because I conflated pi, the number pi, 3.14, with the golden mean or something. And yeah, but it was the do better command. Like he said, do better. Like he's very
snarky,
but
and
also
condescending.
he was complimenting the show. He's like, I listen to you guys every day, like yada. But his point at the end was, do better.
He said,
yeah.
with a simple Google search, you can find out.
I was like, we did a lot of research for that episode. Sometimes when you're in the mid of a conversation, your brain isn't a machine all the time.
It was an unfair comment, and he did it very crappily.
A little crappily.
Very crappily.
He had a bit of an attitude. Anyway, I don't go on about it. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Chris was hurt.
I wasn't hurt. I was terrified.
I was terrified. I don't know. You think want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, well,
let's go to some comments before we wrap it up.
Let's go to the comments and see.
People that stuck it out. I want to.
Oh, Sophie says we've never offended her.
Oh, thanks, Sophs.
You guys have never offended me. Well, keep that stiff upper lip.
That's right. Lauren M. regarding the missing 4-in-1 stuff, do it on Patreon. We appreciate your humor.
You guys want to drop in some comments? You have any questions? You have any final things you want us to talk about? Anything wrapping it up here for you?
Oh yeah, we could do like a little Q&A.
Oh, that's a fun idea. There will be like a minute delay on.
Yeah,
we'll take them. That's good. We'll take them one at a time.
That's true. Minute. It's like
Q&A. First one, I'm gonna clap.
That was weird.
First one to make a comment when the clap happens. That's not really gonna work.
Just don't clap.
We'll just answer them as they come in.
I experienced 3 episodes in a night. What is that?
Nice.
I think she's talking about. No, I think she's talking about.
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
I thought you meant the show.
Nice. 3 believable episodes in one night. All right.
There's the clap, Jared.
All right.
So what is that? It's probably like 15, 20 seconds.
All right. So
we should see it come in.
Yes, and I like that people are sharing their experiences with each other. It's great.
Thank you, Zach Smith.
I know Jake is not here tonight, but he will be for the next one.
Who is that? Emily.
Emily, yes. Don't worry. Jake will be here.
Easy times create a weak society.
That's true, Josh, the wolf art.
That's never been truer than right now.
That's why society happens in cycles. You get all these privileges, and then over time you're just like, you know what, it could be better.
And you know what, Thomas, thank you for your comment, because I think this is why I like doing the show, bringing more mystery to life. I like that we're doing that, a little bit of a distraction from the madness outside, because there's so much in life that the news gives you shit all the time, just shit to think about, shit all day. So it's fun to do this kind of stuff where there's other stuff in life.
We like to think we're bringing a little bit of that childhood mystery back to the world.
That's what's important. We grow up in an unhealthy way.
Jennifer Dabrowski asks, your favorite cryptid. I think it's clear for me.
Jeremy's Dogman.
Oh, thanks, Lindsay. We appreciate
the Dogman. Primarily because Bigfoot's played out. Love Bigfoot, but you hear so much
interdimensional
about it.
Bigfoot's
Dogman is like, if you ever wanted a real supernatural being to be real, how cool are werewolves? But the idea that doesn't change, is just an entity that lives in and outside of our world. I think that's a fascinating concept, and the fact that it could have existed throughout history with the cynocephali, going way back in time. I feel like it's a softball question.
I feel like John. We'll come back to these questions,
but thank you, John.
What's your favorite cryptid?
Let me just address this comment real quick. Ross, I don't think we had any blowback from it, although.
Wait, what? From what? You got to say what you're talking about.
He said, love the Skinwalker episode. Did you guys have any blowback?
I was expecting
retribution.
I was expecting.
That was right around the time, though, that Jake got pinched.
Oh, was it really?
That seems like such a lame retribution.
And then it whistled and then pinched, and then it terrified my dog for a while. It could have been. And then I got rid of that demon thing, and it left.
So some angry Native American spirit that didn't want you talking about skinwalkers pinched your dog's butt in retribution for you talking about skinwalkers.
All right, well, let's go back. We've got a lot of questions to answer here, Jared. Do you want to scroll up a bit? We can catch some we missed. I feel like there's a lot.
No, it says where we left off. That's the one John did.
Well, yeah, I think you skipped a couple there.
You said one before. You said.
Oh, you guys are a blessing. Thank you, Lindsay. Seth Atkins ? I don't know what that relates to, but wait, what's his right before that? What are some stories that scare you, boys? Oh, that's well, maybe hold that to the end. Let's answer these questions
or
first,
another episode.
There's a lot. Yeah, we've got some stories.
I don't get scared.
Thank you for that question, though. Elena, Stedman, my boyfriend Chris, and I drive routes together and have listened to every minute of every episode over last month. we're out of episodes. Are there any podcasts you guys listen to and can recommend? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I love Mysterious Universe. They're big. You probably know them. They're really good with the research, and they have good banter. Jeremy, what about you? What's one of your favorite? If you were to give one recommendation, a show similar to ours.
Okay, well, so if I have to give one single one,
Let's get it through.
yeah. What was that, John?
Well, I mean, like, let's not just go.
Okay,
and give new guys a try.
I was about to say, if I have to get one, and you said let's get it through.
No, I just meant like we got a lot to go through.
So I won't say it. Go ahead. Let's move on to you.
No, go.
So
also check out the shows that are our patrons. That would be good. Check out some new stuff. All right, go ahead, Jeremy.
This is getting real dramatic. Freeman. We've both watched Freeman for I don't know years. He's actually the person that got me on a podcast in the first place. YouTube personality.
The Freeman experience.
Yeah, the Freeman perspective.
Freeman perspective.
That's definitely it's more of the what paranormal.
It's definitely more
stuff.
Conspiracy.
It's more conspiracy, more esoteric.
Like Ground Zero,
esoteric knowledge.
It's not like our show at all, as far as like.
It's interview based.
And it's not. It's more about.
It's not audio, really. It's just like.
And it's not monsters or ghosts. It's more about conspiracy.
It's kind of conspiracy, esoteric
it's
knowledge.
Good, though. It's great.
Information, cool, interesting theories.
If you like conspiracies, definitely a good one.
Yeah, Freeman. And he's like the hippie conspiracy Jesus. That's how I refer to him.
John,
sweet guy.
Yes.
You give a one recommendation for a show
for a podcast.
Yeah.
Is that what the
or you could say pass. This is a challenge.
I mean,
you don't really listen to shows like ours.
Not
though.
like ours, no.
You're heavier into conspiracy or
I like
politics.
Conspiracy or politics more than, or like current events. I guess I'm into the current events more than.
Monsters Among Us is a good like listener stories sort of show. All right, let's get to. Thank you for the question. Let's get to another question.
Jeff Moore. I did talk about my haunting in.
Several episodes, I think.
We did one though where I actually gave the exact story.
Oh yeah, where you did sound design behind it.
I'm not sure. It was a Patreon episode.
Oh, it was a Patreon episode.
So
if you haven't heard every Patreon episode, every expansion from this season, go back and they should be in the. You should be able to search our website. Well, maybe not for the expansions yet. We're gonna attach all of our.
It is in there
episodes.
though. If you get through all the episodes, I go into detail about that.
I think almost every expansion episode has timestamps. So if you can see like John gets haunted. Or is finally haunted, I think is the timestamp.
Yeah, Jake.
And
Jake
send us a message, and I'll send you the exact timestamp in episode number, if you like.
Can you go down? It looks like
I'll try. Did we hit all those?
Yeah, we may not be able to answer everyone, but
I know. I'm just curious what's up there so far. Oh. John's gonna do it. He's the most athletic, if you couldn't tell. He's gonna walk across the room. John. Okay.
Bigfoot is not interesting to me. Tammy, I agree.
I was just gonna say that's your thought always, John.
Where we are anymore.
So many questions now. Yeah, Astonishing Legends. That is a great show. They're great with. Into the Phrase, another great show.
I lost the track of the comments at this point. You can try to.
Here comes Jeremy to save the day. Yeah, Astonishing Legends. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that show. They're really good with the research. Into the Phrase, great.
Into the Phrase, good. They're
friends of ours via Small Time Monsters.
Is it Shannon? Is that her name?
Yeah.
She was on Small Time Monsters on the trail of, I think,
one of their
documentaries. Yeah. Yeah, it's another good podcast. A lot of good podcasts out there. Induced Fear podcast. They're
hey,
here.
good night, the 22G. Appreciate the comments, man. Okay, where are we at here? Would you guys ever do a Belief Hole excursion? Record a trip chasing ghosties and such? Absolutely.
Well, I don't know if John would be.
Jeremy and I would go. We would come with Sage a Burnin'. I'm sure we could get John along.
Sage a Burnin'. Yeah, I'm not sure if John.
Oh, Jin, yes, Emily. That's on our list for this season, I think. We've touched on a little bit with what's the Ouija board episode we covered. Where's that?
What are you talking about? Touch on what?
I don't have the book here. The Jinn with our Ouija board episode for the expansion members. Guiley. I can't think of her first name right now, but she did a really good book on the Jinn.
She was great. Oh, she did the Ouija board episode?
Yeah.
I forget her name.
Guiley. Rosemary Ellen Guiley.
Rosemary Ellen Guiley. Yeah, she's great.
Anything about her for a second?
Carbonated waters today.
Yeah.
It's a lot of carbonated water, John.
Good work. Good work.
We have not seen Hellier. Did you guys see Hellier?
I started it. I want to watch it again. I know.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
It's
John didn't dig it.
It was all right.
Too much, or did you?
I didn't get super into it.
They
I
produce.
think I stopped like after the second.
That comes
episode.
from the folks from Week and Weird out of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They produce a lot of good content. They're really.
Oh.
They also do the paranormal. What's that? That paranormal, traveling museum or something, right?
Is that the same group?
I think it's the same couple. Yeah,
The
they're
traveling,
really prolific.
traveling paranormal traveling museum or
Yeah.
what-
Are we
they're
still on the show
interesting.
recommendations? Is
Yeah,
that
what
we're
did you have?
doing?
No, we moved on, but someone
Okay.
was mentioning different ones.
I got you.
Yeah, Monsters Among Us, Tam, that's a good one. Sneak peek into topics that'll be covered in season 3. Yes, actually, I have a note with some.
If you guys have ideas too, send them in. Let us know of things that you guys are interested in hearing.
I forgot we're on season 3.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Season 3.
We made it. I remember I had this really romantic night. John and I were at the Canal Boat Lounge, Canal Fulton. And we were standing on the balcony looking down at the canal we grew up next to, and I looked at John and I said, "Isn't it weird? Like, we're about to be on episode, or I think we're on episode
Isn't
3."
it weird how much we love each other?
I didn't say that out loud. I said, "Isn't it weird? We're on episode 3." I was like, isn't it going to be weird when we get to episode 22? Isn't that going to be weird? And you're like, no. We'll be on episode 22. And I was like, okay, never mind.
I have no understanding.
It was because it was like the beginning of everything,
Yeah.
you know.
Gump said you could do an excursion to North Lawrence and document the creature.
Yes.
I really doubt that this is Rodney talking about himself.
It's Zach. He said it was Zach.
Oh, but he said it was Zach, which means it's probably Nick.
No, I think it might.
No,
I
you
think
have
it's
to do.
actually
You have to do the math.
Zach. I think it's Zach.
Believe.
If it's you, Nick, believe.
Zach who knocked my
The
teeth
creature
out.
is a beautiful man that we are friends with, grew up with. I think there will be a document made from him and his exploits.
Oh, there will. We should do
Philadelphia
it.
Experiment.
I think Zach is right. We should do it.
The paranormal life is gold.
Okay, so let me read
This
a
paranormal
couple
life,
of these
yeah.
ideas and see if people are interested into the season 3 episode ideas. Extreme cryptids, like we mentioned in the last episode we did.
We've done a lot of.
I know, but the one I want to do is some more mantis stuff with I have this really good tripod creature story. I know John rolls his eyes.
Oh yeah, this is great.
We'll move on from that for now. But you'll be
if
glad
we do an
to hear
Extreme Cryptids podcast, there are just some really weird. Like John, you enjoy the mantis stuff, right?
Camp on Bray Road. That
That would
sounds
be fun.
That's a
terrifying.
Ross Gurr. Sure, Ross.
Why don't
We'll
you come
do
with
that.
us?
Yeah, meet us up there.
Well, let me read a couple more of these before we read more comments. Appalachian Magic, that was a suggestion by Matt Morrison.
Oh, that's a great.
I could do that.
A couple of people actually
Yeah.
recommended that.
Lost History, New Chronology, you mentioned that earlier tonight. We'll do that.
Who said that? Who said that?
What?
Lost History, New Chronology.
You wrote that in here.
Oh, I thought you were reading from comments.
No, I'm reading from you.
Oh, I was really excited about that idea.
So these are some ideas coming up.
Okay.
The holographic universe, I really want to do an episode on that. It's fascinating stuff. And we can save some of these. I really do want to do hallucinogenic entities, the reality of things that you see
That's
in the dimensions.
a very real phenomenon
Absolutely.
and a very deep topic.
And it's being opened more and more with more actual legit research into psilocybin, LSD.
Think
for
about like the
pharmaceutical.
MK Ultra and stuff. They use those kind of drugs to interact with those things.
Well, I mean more so like yes. What do we mean? What do you mean?
I mean, they use psychedelics as part of the way to like. Was it MK
How does that
Ultra?
relate to MK Ultra though?
Well, MK Ultra definitely
That's
uses
mind
psychedelics.
control.
Yeah, but you would use psychedelics to put people in a certain mind state. And
Yeah,
you,
but not to interact with other entities.
Maybe I'm
implant
thinking
trigger
of
words.
Stranger Things.
Well, Stranger Things was inspired by the MK Ultra and the not the Philadelphia experiment, but the
Montauk Project.
Montauk Project, and that was
I'm sure the government has used psychedelics. If they're
MK Ultra.
yes,
Yeah, MK Ultra is absolutely using psychedelics, and what the idea was, you would create, and this is where the idea of I'm pretty sure the idea of the Manchurian Candidate comes from, because what you do is you bifurcate the mind and you create split personalities that you can trigger a specific personality
Britney
with a
Spears.
directive using keywords like with celebrities it would be certain trigger words to put
Holy
them,
Ghost.
yeah, Holy Ghost, Al Roker, great. We play that video. You should play that video.
We should have played that one.
Yeah.
Well, we should do a celebrity
Yeah, we'll
like
do,
mind
like,
control.
yeah.
Well, plenty of
live stream.
opportunities. Well, we can move on from this question.
But you're right, John. The idea of using psychedelics to create a schizophrenic mind that you can trigger certain egos in that mind, certain
Man, MK Ultra.
realities.
it's not what I meant by the
I know what you
psychedelic entities that you would.
Oh no, you're
encounter?
talking about like the machine elves or whatever.
Not, I mean,
or the gatekeepers.
just interacting with other dimensions.
Yeah, not necessarily
kind of,
machine
right?
elves. I mean, we mention that all the time, but there's so many other things that are involved with psychedelic entities. There are gatekeepers. There's a whole cornucopia of psychedelic life out there that I really like. I mean,
psychedelic life.
Oh, I'm saying psychedelic life, but I mean, from our limited filter of
it's
life,
like it opens up sort of like a portal to not a portal,
for
but
momentary glimpse into other realities that
expands
exist.
our set of awareness.
Anyways, I'm excited to get into that.
I think what you might be also referencing is a really interesting idea, the idea of the gatekeepers, the psychedelic gatekeepers, where like at the very edge of a psychedelic reality, there are these entities. When you get so far into a DMT trip or whatever it is, there is something that looks at you.
Pass.
John's moved on.
Just gonna break in and answer random questions while I'm talking.
All right, we'll get back to what you're saying, Jared. John, go ahead. You got any other ones we can read?
Yeah, we
did
did Diallo Pass. That was a fun one. Although we get some crap for that one too, because it's more popular.
Patrick, it's okay that you had too much to drink.
Tammy Andrews, the Pascagoula sighting sounded more like a psychedelic trip. Oh, that's an interesting take on that. That was John. Remember that one? We did a reenactment of the
I love
transcript.
It keeps shooting back to John's mic. I think after he says something,
I know,
he
John
triggers it, and then he goes away.
Can't you sit down and read, John?
It's like you're the ghost of John. Oh, there he is. There's his mouth going in there.
Sit, John. You can read from there, can't you?
No.
Okay.
I'm back, Patrick.
Ooh, more Japanese folk stories would be good too.
Yeah, historical conspiracies is kind of a broad topic, but I'm sure there's some really juicy
This
stuff.
is the thing with you, John, and now that we have some feedback, maybe we'll get into this more.
Ooh, Japanese folk stories, that'd be fun.
You're not a fan of history. We talk about that sometimes, like when it comes to like.
It depends.
But if we're talking about like,
we just give John an iPad to play with when we're like going over history.
There's like historical conspiracies, and there's also like the Japanese folklore.
I mean, I think Tartari is interesting.
Right, exactly. But
what about cultural folklore episodes? Would you be interested in?
Like the Japanese folklore, like when we talked about that,
maybe
the boogie creatures that would climb on roofs and use their tongues to stick down and suck blood out of people.
Insanely awesome.
Yeah,
there is some stuff. It's hard to know.
I think you have some sort of a mechanism that goes off in your brain as soon as we start to talk about something that happened more than like 15 years ago.
Nerds.
You're like, oh, this is history. Because I think you've been trained, you've been conditioned to think like this is history class.
You know how much I've had to train myself not to turn my brain off when you guys talk?
I know that.
I've worked through a lot.
Yeah,
but it's still hard for me sometimes.
You just need
I need like 8 monsters,
cocaine or something.
They've just been interrupting all the time. There's a good thought. What about sleep paralysis dreams that come into your real world and turn into a haunting? That's an interesting idea.
12-foot woman in Japan. Yes, please.
Chrissy just jumped over what I said.
Check that. Sorry.
Tammy's comment about the sleep paralysis dreams that come into your real world and turn into a haunting. Reminds me of that book we have, Nightmare Land.
Yes, I want to cover this for sure. And we can say this now because it's our pages.
Yeah, it's our pages. We can talk about it.
So I came across this book because I really hope we can do it. I know it's getting later into the break. But over the next year, hopefully in the next few months, we're going to be working really hard to get out a new show called Nightmare Land. That is the title.
It'll happen. It's just we don't know when exactly it will drop.
Right. But it's basically going to be it's less banter. It's more specifically bringing you stories.
No banter.
Right. No banter. Allegedly true stories and accounts by real people, and we're with complete sound design. And we're going to try to find the best ones and the ones that seem the most realistic and try to get in contact with folks telling these stories. But while we were, I was looking up to see if there was any show called this show, Nightmare Land, and we came across this book, Nightmare Land. Great title. And this is authored by a guy who his name is Lex Lonehood Nover. We're going to cover this on season 3. And he is a producer for Coast to Coast AM, which I'm sure I would assume all of you would be familiar with.
Really well written, too.
Really well written, fascinating take on all aspects of the strangeness in sleep. So that'll be coming up in this season. So, yes.
Yeah, night paralysis to boogeymen.
But I'm really excited for this other show we're going to be doing. We're going to continue to do and expand the whole, but we're going to be doing this other show as an outlet for people, for new listeners who maybe aren't as interested in, fun.
Yeah, stay tuned for that
conversation.
Jen said Tartaria, Lemuria, and Atlantis, which, by the way, this all goes to the idea of that source civilization, right? That ancient, the idea of that ancient reality of source civilization, right? Chris is so interested he's leaving.
No, I'm sorry. I really have to answer a phone call.
Okay, cool.
What, is your bladder calling?
Yeah, that phone call. John.
Yes.
Tartaria. I know you don't know that much about it at this point, but you're interested in it. right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think this.
I like the fair one though.
Oh, the World's Fair.
That one's more interesting to me.
So
it's not as far back, and there's pictures and.
Well, a lot of Tartaria starts around that time. So.
No, don't go so and then start a whole thing.
Okay, I won't start a whole thing. I'll just say I have a good friend who she was reading a book on the World's Fair, and I brought this up. I was like, oh, what's crazy about that is, but she was reading a book on it, which has a certain perspective on it. So like my crazy ideas about it that were like, these buildings that were created for the World's Fair that were incredible structures, and the idea that they could build these and then just tear them down, like it seems ridiculous, yada yada. But then you read a book on the World's Fair and how it's like, well, the buildings are made out of like lesser materials and they're easy to take down and put up. But you look at videos from that time, you look at images from that time, and it's just stuff we don't do anymore. Like the magic and the beauty of history, even in recorded photographic history, there are buildings that don't exist anymore. There are whole city structures that are just gone.
Just talking about
even
architecture
in America.
style?
Yeah, even like
we're in a very
Chris yells lies.
hideous style of architecture, postmodernism.
Well, postmodernism for sure, but I'm saying like it seemed like, especially when you said the World Fair interests you, is like the fact that we would build these things and then tear them down so quickly. And some of the buildings were actually there's photos of buildings being put on floats and taken to other states like Virginia and stuff. It's just a weird concept, but the idea that that's when I say Tartaria, obviously Tartaria is I think it's like now it's like a nation state in Russia or somewhere in Eastern Europe. But the idea that it was a part of a larger sprawling civilization of just basically a lost, forgotten history.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fascinating idea. I'd love to touch on like lost history and.
For sure, yeah, I agree. Let's keep going through the comments though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to travel away.
I just read something. Whoever said the Spotify analytics came out, we were number 1. Thank you. That's
what?
Awesome.
Okay, that's not real. Where did that come?
One on their listening.
Oh, on their oh, cool. That's cool.
Number 1 podcast.
I thought you meant we finally topped Joe Rogan.
M. McMullen says he'd like us to I'm sorry if
Emily McMahon?
M. McMullen. Oh. I'm not sure if that's a guy or a girl, but so they love our Dogman, but it'd be fun to do like an actual werewolf account, like a historical werewolf potentially instead of Dogman.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
Cool. Let's just keep.
Okay, let's keep going. Absolutely. Sorry, I guess we gotta get through these.
We just want to we're kind of closing out. We don't have to go down a tangent on each comment.
But we can tangent.
Black Shuck.
Oh, we covered that in our Demon Dogs, and actually one of my favorite episodes of season 1. If you haven't heard season 1, Aleister Crowley, Loch Ness Monster, Black Dogs episode. We did Black Shuck. That was
Wild
fun.
Hunt.
Remember that was the episode, John, where Jeremy did the
Michael KB. Thank you.
Jeremy did that incantation, and you got really angry.
Yeah, I did a curse.
You're like, I didn't know we were gonna be doing an incantation live on the show.
I don't like demons possessing.
Well, it wasn't even. That was the joke. Was that it was some like.
But
Reddit.
then the funny thing is, you added sound design under my curse, under my incantation.
You made it pretty awesome.
It sounded pretty great. It's a good job.
Yep.
The demons thank you.
All right, John's moving along here. Who do we have next?
I think we should probably wrap it up here soon.
Okay. Don't forget, as a patron, you have full access to us at all times. So if you want to send us a message, we'll get back to you
Chris,
for sure.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, we do. We respond to all the messages.
Full access at all times.
I know what I mean is like if you don't get your comment responded to here, send us a message. We'll hit you back.
Yes.
That's all I mean, Jeff.
I know. I'm just
Jiminy Christmas.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
That's all you do.
Yeah,
guys, we want to just thank everyone again for coming today. It means a lot because this is our first like kind of real stream since we are in the new studio and
our new home. Jerry and I built these walls. $400 at Home Depot. We used from our own bank account.
That was too much. I said we should.
I am broke now.
Repurpose wood from the ground, and Chris said let's waste.
Well, these
money.
Look neater. So that's
well, we could have made the other ones neat
but
too.
we got some more of these coming up soon. We're gonna do.
Yeah, at least
we don't know the next one for sure, but we're definitely gonna do 2 more over our break here.
Yeah.
Thomas Kerwin said. Topic about super interested in extra magical lands from the north, which I am also very interested in. There's a whole lost information, knowledge, history, specifically related to the Bach saga, which just came out. I want to cover that coming up really soon. just fascinating knowledge, fascinating possible history that we've heard nothing about. This is brand new information. So there's a lot of stuff out there that I'm really excited to talk about. Great Lakes Triangle, another
Yes.
thing we want to
interesting.
cover. Yeah. There's the Great Lakes monolith.
and
ships that have gone missing, the
what lake is that?
disappearances.
Graham Hancock and the
Idea of
idea that
humanity.
humanity has been
Oh, right here.
Civilization for so much
Where's
longer
that
than we.
book? I have the book.
Civilization with amnesia,
Yeah, I have
as Graham Hancock.
I
would
have
say.
Graham's recent book. I call him Graham because we're best friends. I'm not really. It'd be fun to get him on the show for the book, though.
Yeah.
I got his most recent book.
About
It is
America?
thick as all get out, but it is, America Before.
Yeah.
America Before. What, John?
nothing.
Where is that?
No, it's not appropriate for children.
Okay.
Yes,
Um,
water erosion.
We'll be doing
marks
that
on-
for sure, though.
Water erosion marks on the
That's
Sphinx.
a she, M. McMullen. Thank you for clarifying.
Is it the same? Maybe is it not Emily? Because she's also.
No, that's Emily McMinn.
Well,
I'm
we
so
can't tell
confused.
because it's just an abbreviation for
Just
your
trying to keep up on the
first name.
comments.
Yes.
No, but Megan McMinn mentions the water and erosion on the Sphinx, right?
Oh, yeah. Robert
Which
Schock.
dates that at least to 10,000 years old. That's
12,000.
Robert Schock's work. Yeah,
Yeah.
really interesting stuff. Our history is a lie.
Yeah,
at
there's
least
a
what we've
lot
been
of
told.
lies in our
We have to
history.
be open
No,
minded
I would-
to all possibilities.
We'll definitely doing that season 3. I have that written down here. We'll be doing alternative history.
Genealogy of the
Hancock.
Basque people. Basque people are aliens from another world. That's obvious because their language does not fit our language or any other language on
Land
the
Between
earth.
the Lakes. Isn't that where all those Dogman stories came from, Jared?
The
Jennifer.
mystery of my
allegedly.
love life. That's pretty funny.
The mystery of my love. Who said that?
Sophie.
Sophie. That's my
Sophie
mystery, too.
Maldonado.
We cannot solve that because we all have the same
I
mystery.
want the same resolution. My love life is a mystery. It's a fantasy. I've had too much to drink. We should move along. Any other comments?
Yeah,
here?
Sophie, where are you from?
Oh, now we're doing an interactive. Wait 25 seconds. So people are talking about the Basque people. I'm just going to mention that real quick. The Basque people, along with a lot of other randomly, seemingly inserted peoples, that their languages don't match. There's no cognates. They seem to have a completely indistinct language from any other language. Either they evolved separately as a species, or they are just created separately as a different. I don't believe.
How does that work?
I don't believe that humans all came from the same point. This is my personal belief. I believe that every
Crazy corner.
Crazy corner. I believe that based on evidence, there's different genetic lines of different types of people that have been, and isn't that so much more fun?
What do you mean?
we
Like,
all came from
like an alien?
a worm in a swampy bay in Africa or something. What if we all came from different areas and we're all different types of people? Isn't that so much more beautiful and diverse and interesting? And then to say we just evolved from this one putty pool and we're all like the same. We came from the same space.
It begs an interesting question of like, well, how does life begin? then?
Genetics, but there are genetic information that backs this up, and that's I
Well,
wanna
let's
cover
look
that at some
into it
point.
later because that
Right.
seems
We'll
weird.
get shadow banned, but I want to talk about it at some point.
Yeah, because
it's
that
fun.
seems like it could go the wrong way.
Oh, Sophie. Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
I
Seth,
think
good
I remember
night, Seth.
seeing
Thanks for-
that you
thanks
said
for
you were
hanging
from
out.
Austin when you first signed up. I miss Austin a little bit. I bet you it's kind of crazy there
It's gonna be great for comedy.
being
say.
now being there now in the
Good
pandemic.
night, Seth. All right. Does that about do it? Are we
I think so.
are we wrapping up here?
Yeah, I think we should probably wrap up. We gotta save
The
some of
worm
the
nights.
the fun
Yeah, it's
for.
true.
Well, Thomas said, "What if we all came from worm nights?" That's not. that will
that'll-
be
that'll
coming
be
up.
happen.
I'm
season
going to
3.
talk about worm nights.
I gotta remember not to pick my nose on camera.
Did you do it?
No, but I like rubbed my nose and it made me realize.
You wanted to. You really
No, I
wanted
didn't
to.
want to, but I realize everything's being filmed right now.
Yeah.
Well, let me just say real quick, thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Thank you for supporting us. You really do make the show. You make the show. I mean, we do all the research and we enjoy covering
Yeah.
these topics.
Super fun to be able to interact with you guys. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
and if we didn't have the ears listening, we would. I'd probably still be doing this stuff, but I wouldn't be broadcasting it to anybody. So
Yeah.
very
Well,
lonely.
this is what we did before we started the show. We just talked about this stuff all the
Right,
time. It was
yeah.
one of the reasons it was easy.
But you guys make it. You make it fulfilling.
Yeah.
In a deep way.
And we recognize we don't know. I mean, at least I know I don't know anything for sure. It's
Like
just-
you, we are.
It's nice to hear everyone's
explorers.
thoughts on these things because you guys are as much part of the show as we are. And if it weren't you here, we'd just be talking to
If
ourselves.
weren't you here?
If weren't you here, if you guys weren't here, it would just be us talking to ourselves, and it would be a lot less informative because we'd just be babbling on with
Yeah.
our own beliefs
True.
instead of trying to understand more.
And during this time where everyone's kind of isolated right now, it's really nice to have like-minded friends that we
Yes.
can. So we really are enjoying this. We're going to do this a lot more,
Absolutely.
and we want you guys to be with us.
I
Come
like
with
that clap
us.
to bring attention. I want you guys
You
to be with
guys-
us.
wait.
Yeah,
You
especially
guys,
our-
we love you, and definitely stick around for more because we're gonna keep bringing it to you. It's gonna
So
get better.
engaged. I like that.
It's gonna get better too because we're gonna get.
Oh yeah. Just wait to see what
more
happens with the scenery
interactive.
in here. It's gonna get crazy.
Yes,
Crazy.
it's gonna get crazy.
All right, shall we say a good night?
Yeah, let's say
Yep.
goodnight.
And then Chris, I'm sending you a song to play us out.
To
Because
play us out, what does that mean?
what's gonna
What does that mean
happen?
to play us out?
What's gonna happen is when I go ahead and click end the submission or end the transmission rather, it's gonna be about 25 seconds of us talking before the listeners hear that we've
Okay.
stopped. So instead of cutting that off, I'm gonna give you some music to play.
All right, this better be good.
I'm just gonna give you.
So-
oh, okay.
Guys, stay tuned for the next one. We don't know exactly, but it's gonna be coming up here soon.
the next live stream, right?
Yes. So pay attention.
Just for you members. Right
all you
now.
guys come back for the next one. Cause
I wish
The
we
clapping is so
John.
just grabbing.
I wish we had Dogman song ready to go. We could play it
Yeah,
for the
but
outro.
we don't.
Yeah. Actually,
Next
might
time.
be on here.
No, just wait till next time.
All right, all right. Jeremy, is there something you want to play to play us out?
Yeah.
If I go do it live.
Yes, absolutely, Chris. This will play us out. I'll just give you this one.
We have one person left by the time we play this music out.
I'll just give you this one. I don't know which one it is.
This is the beginning of making this a production for the video live stream. So, and
Everyone's gonna be gone by the time.
yeah, I just made that joke, John.
Oh, really?
Just made it.
I was thinking of my own joke. Jeremy, what's going on?
It's less important. How about I just play it
How
off
about
the
we just
internet?
say
It's right here.
Goodbye.
It's right here. I'm sending you the link to
I
it.
just could. Okay.
It's happening right now.
All right, guys. Thank
How
you
many
for being
people
here.
are still there?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna guess 19.
How many true belief warriors do we have?
27.
We got
All
27
Oh,
people still.
right. They're staying.
So
for
we'll
the
say
end.
goodbye with you guys. We love you too, Lindsay. We love you too, Emily. Patra. All the people I can read still on our page. You guys are all awesome.
Oh, that's loud.
There it is. This is our exit music now.
Thank you guys for coming into the hole with us. That sounds weird.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you for being in the hole with us tonight, guys.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Tammy.
Going the
Thank you,
wrong way.
Patra. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Zach. And Zach.
Thank
and
you,
Emily.
Sophie.
And Ross
Aaron. Lauren.
Casey, all you guys.
All you guys.
You guys are awesome.
We might not get all these names, but thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. Don't worry. We'll be back with another live stream, and soon we'll be back with season 3 of Belief Hole. It's going to blow your minds out. Okay?
All right, John, you ready to I'll give you the signal to mute?
What?
We love you.
Love you guys.
Wait,
Peace. What?
I get the thing up
What
here.
happened?
Yeah,
Way
there
to
you go. It's
ruin
back
the
in. It's back
outro.
in. No, well, I had it. There we go. Ready? Now we're saying goodbye. We love you,
Bye.
Fisher.
Good night.
See you later.
This will be working well next time. Good night.
Bye.
Okay, that did not work well. Goodbye, everybody. We love you.